Iris Murdoch, in full Dame Iris Murdoch, original name in full Jean Iris Murdoch, married name Mrs. John O. Bailey, born July 15, 1919, Dublin, Ireland, died February 8, 1999, Oxford, Oxfordshire, England, British novelist and philosopher noted for her psychological novels that contain philosophical and comic elements. We live in a fantasy world, a world of illusion. The great task in life is to find reality. One of the secrets of a happy life is continuous small treats, and if some of these can be inexpensive and quickly procured, so much the better. Between saying and doing, many a pair of shoes is worn out. We can only learn to love by loving. Our actions are like ships which we may watch set out to sea, and not know when or with what cargo they will return to port. Jealousy comes from self-love rather than from true love. Every book is the wreck of a perfect idea. Man's creative struggle, his search for wisdom and truth, is a love story. All art is a struggle to be, in a particular sort of way, virtuous. The most essential and fundamental aspect of culture is the study of literature, since this is an education in how to picture and understand human situations. We defend ourselves with descriptions and tame the world by generalizing. People from a planet without flowers would think we must be mad with joy the whole time to have such things about us. Remember that the secret of all learning is patience, and that curiosity is not the same thing as a thirst for knowledge. I just enjoy translating, it's like opening one's mouth and hearing someone else's voice emerge. The absolute yearning of one human body for another particular body and its indifference to substitutes is one of life's major mysteries. Starting a novel is opening a door on a misty landscape. You can still see very little, but you can smell the earth and feel the wind blowing. Every artist is an unhappy lover. And unhappy lovers want to tell their story. Happiness is a matter of one's most ordinary and everyday mode of consciousness, being busy and lively and unconcerned with self. Possibly, more people kill themselves and others out of hurt vanity than out of envy, jealousy, malice or desire for revenge. Bereavement is a darkness impenetrable to the imagination of the unbereaved. There is no beyond, there is only here, the infinitely small, infinitely great and utterly demanding present. Only the very greatest art invigorates without consoling. I have used the word attention, which I borrow from Simone Weil, to express the idea of a just and loving gaze directed upon individual reality. I believe this to be the characteristic and proper mark of the active moral agent. Upon the demon-ridden pilgrimage of human life, what next, I wonder? A middling talent makes for a more serene life. One should go easy on smashing other people's lies. Better to concentrate on one's own. Falling out of love is very enlightening. For a short while you see the world with new eyes. We need a moral philosophy in which the concept of love, so rarely mentioned now by philosophers, can once again be made central. The chief requirement of the good life is to live without any image of oneself. Love is the last and secret name of all the virtues. The bicycle is the most civilized conveyance known to man. But fantasy kills imagination, pornography is death to art. Art is not cozy and it is not mocked. Art tells the only truth that ultimately matters. It is the light by which human things can be mended. And after art there is, let me assure you all, nothing. There is nothing like the bootless solitude of those who are caged together. Only love has clear vision. Hatred has cloudy vision. When we hate we know not what we do. Love can't always do work. Sometimes it just has to look into the darkness. All art deals with the absurd and aims at the simple. Good art speaks truth, indeed is truth, perhaps the only truth. All artists dream of a silence which they must enter, as some creatures return to the sea to spawn. Writing is like getting married. One should never commit oneself until one is amazed at one's luck. Moralistic is not moral. And as for truth, well, it's like brown, it's not in the spectrum. Truth is so generic.